After how long you're coming to Hyderabad?
Last I came here for Shubh Mangal Savdhan.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I always feel that it is a very uh, I find people here very, very calm and peaceful and somewhere very intelligent.
Okay. And if we talk about the cinema, you able to compare the Tollywood Telugu cinema and with the Bollywood? What's your point of view as a director?
I will I won't like to differentiate between the two because somewhere both whether it is Bollywood or Tollywood they believe in storytelling and they both have gutsy industry. They keep on doing some exciting work, exciting in terms of the newer stuff which we require right now. Exactly. With the changing audience and the makers are also becoming very focused about telling exciting stories to their audience.
And if we talk about today preview and we saw the movie, personally I appreciate because this was something different world, different fantasy you have created. So what was idea? Can you just elaborate?
The only thing I always felt that in last 5 to 7 years we as the storytellers we haven't explored horror genre so well. So it is actually required to get into that and do a better products in that genre. So I think that is what my reason of getting associated with Tombad was to do a film which can somewhere redefine the genre of horror, and where Hollywood is doing it brilliantly. Yes. It is happening great. The great work is happening in Japanese or Korean films where they tell horror stories in a very exciting way. We were stuck somewhere. We were stuck somewhere where we needed to move and explore uh, the rooted world of India in that genre. I think Tumbad is doing that.
So it's a new initiative. You were like looking to explore something new ventures, we can say, by doing this movie. Or what kind of genre will be, open up after seeing this movie? Because this is a new creative idea.
I don't want to stop myself, I can say, experimenting in the commercial cinema. Uh, Anything which is a story and which is an exciting story should reach audience, whether it is happening in a rom-com space or an action space, or now it's like Tumbad is a horror one. But what makes me move is a story. It hardly matters it's happening in which genre. If it excites me, I think it has got all the credential to reach the audience.
So what do you think 3 points will be exciting for the audience, to watch this movie on this coming Friday?
No, the most exciting thing is it's very Indian, right? It's original, yes. And it is beautifully layered with emotion. Otherwise, when you hear a horror story, you normally end up listening to a revenge story.
Yes. But there is a message.
There is a
Yeah,
message
yes.
with this. There is a message with it. It talks about it 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 doesn't scare you so much from a ghost. It actually scares you from greed,
Greed and doing
which is
wrong things.
actually the bigger ghost inside you.
Yes,
You know.
right.
So that thing is the most exciting thing of this film.
And what's coming up, sir? We have heard you collaborated with coming up with something exciting for the audience. Can you just elaborate on that future projects?
No, the only next thing I'm working on right now as a director is Zero.
Yes, we are waiting for that.
with Shah Rukh sir. So December 21st, I'll be there with Zero. I'm really enjoying the process again because for me, film is important, but what is more important is the process of telling that story. And Zero is a great process, and it's a learning process for me, and I'm really enjoying.
So do you think this will be a second movie which will change again the background of the Bollywood or cinema script writing, the character? There will be again changes?
I don't plan this. I don't think that I'm here to change the cinema. The only thing I'm really enjoying is the journey, the journey with the stories, which I can. And if I can tell it fearlessly, nothing like it. So that's what I'm trying to do, to be as fearless as possible.
Is it tough job for sir? Is he finding difficult?
I don't know. I never calculate things like this. I don't want to do easy jobs.
Okay.
I want
That's
to
great.
make, because as a storyteller, you're here to tell something which is unbelievable, and it can never be easy.
So what exciting more after Zero? Like something in your mind and you want to come up with? Is anything pending in your mind and you're planning?
The biggest thing pending in my mind is sleep. So once the Zero is done,
So we
this-
can have a movie on sleep.
yeah, I think it can be a long, some 3 months long story of
Okay.
sleep, which I am
Okay.
looking forward to after Zero.
That's good. And if you just want to end up by, if you want to give a message to your role models, who wants to be into directions, it's not a direction. What tips and message you would like to give?
Nothing much. The only thing I will tell them is to fall in love with a story and stay with it. Hold it till you make it. I think that's our job as makers, is falling in love with a story and then putting it on the celluloid. So it is a tiring process. You can get tired of a story. Just see to it that you don't get tired.
We always ask, celebrities, who's your favorite actor? Who's your favorite director? So we'll ask a director, who's your favorite actor and actress you would have actually loved working and waiting?
I've already worked with my favorites. I'm working with Shah Rukh sir. I have worked with Dhanush. But if you ask me, actually my stories lead me to my actors. So I never decide for it. But yeah, I'm the fortunate one who have already worked with people where I look forward to be with them,
Right.
just not as an actor, but as the person, as the human beings.
So Telugu cinema tracks you? Something come up and you would like to do something?
Definitely,
Telugu industry.
yeah, but in any other language than Hindi, I will love to explore, because I think that makes me understand the human psychology more, because the language is something where when you change a language,
That's true.
you understand a different culture. So knowing a culture is actually knowing another
That's true.
frame of mind of a human being. So
Yeah.
that is what I will love to do, whether it is happening in Telugu or Tamil. But yeah, definitely a different language excites me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.